What's up, man? My name's Simon Says. This beautiful young lady right here. Who are you?
The real pretty Ashley. But that's what they call me that.
Oh, it's not self-proclaimed.
That is self-proclaimed. Absolutely.
And you guys are tuned in to No Subliminal Podcast, man.
Episode 1.
Episode
Thank you for joining us.
Guest this week is a certified herbalist. Certified.
Yep.
I've known her almost 30 years. Went to high school together. I've seen her transform into this. I'm gonna let her tell you about that, but I'm telling you, I'm just like in awe of the things she's been doing. Y'all start clapping. Give it up for the pretty Jenny.
Hey. Thank you. I'm Jenny. I'm a certified herbalist.
Okay.
And I've been certified for going on 3 years, but I've been studying the food industry, the government as it pertains to our food, pharmaceutical companies, and with doctors, how they actually treat us. As my brand specializes in self-healing. So, and my brand is Pure Lotus, and I'll give the website and all of that stuff as we move forward. But with my brand, I help and I want to teach people, and I do teach people how to heal themselves through nutrition, herbs, and natural, natural
Non-pharmaceutical.
non-pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Because we already know the pharmaceutical, those are drugs. So we think about drugs in a negative way only when we're pertaining to like heroin, crack, cocaine, narcotics.
Mm-hmm.
But drugs are drugs, and the pharmaceuticals industry, of course, they're treating us with drugs, and it's not actually healing us, it's actually doing the opposite. And I've had my bout. I had a health scare back in 2009, and I lost a few parts of my organs. One time I remember I seen you in the mall, and you seen me, I was looking real small, right? That was right after, that's a whole nother thing. I had a whole thing or whatever. So like I said, I've been looking into how, the doctors, the government, the food industry, and everything, what they're actually doing to the population.
Especially as when you start out with younger kids and they get addicted to like the fast foods, the McDonald's of the world and things like that. Not that unless McDonald's want to sponsor us one day. Kind of like hijack your taste buds as a child. So once you feed your children that, it's hard to wing them off. They don't even want home cooked meals anymore. It's kind of sad. So with you knowing that and you up against those bigger industries, how do you combat that?
No more than once a month. And when I was doing, research to get everything together for the night, I'm going to make that, if I could make it once every 3 months, that's what I'm going to do. Because the stuff that they do to the food is the reason why your children are craving it. It's the reason why we craving it. Again, it's just like a drug. You're hooked on it. The chemicals that they put in the food is doing the same thing to you. It's doing something psychologically to you. It's doing something spiritually. It's doing something mentally and physically.
What do you say when you say doing something to the food? Just elaborate on
MSG. Y'all, everybody heard of MSG, right?
Mm-hmm.
So MSG is monosodium glutamate. So I'm gonna just give you a little bit of background on how we got to MSG.
Okay.
So it's a Japanese biochemist, and he created MSG. And he was extracting it from seaweed because some of our foods naturally has the MSG in it. So like grapes, aged cheese, seaweed, and a couple of other things, tomatoes and things of that nature. So he was a chemist. He was a biochemist, a Japanese biochemist in the early 1900s. So he came across it, extracting it from seaweed, but what it does is it's a flavorant, and it adds flavor to your food.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're eating your noodles, all the seasonings that we season our food with, when you go to KFC, Chick-fil-A, like the Chick-fil-A sandwich tastes really good for a reason. It's because of the chemicals that they're putting in the food. Glutamate acid is found in the natural foods, and it's bind to a protein. But then you have the D-glutamate, acids, and it's artificially made in the lab. That's the difference. In the 1900s, he was using MSG that came from the seaweed, but now we're making it in a lab. And this compound isn't bound to a protein at all. So the one that's found in nature in the foods, and like the MSG that the biochemists created, it was like slow processing. Our body would absorb it slowly, and it'll do whatever it has to do with it. But now is entering into our bloodstream 8 to 10 times quicker, and it's causing all types of havoc on our bodies.
Like what do you when you
So,
say havoc?
My mother
So-
MSG, she go all into this.
So there was something called a Chinese restaurant syndrome, and so with Chinese restaurant syndrome, it included headaches, weakness, numbness, flushing, tingling, palpitations, hives, rashes, irritability, forgetfulness, achy joints, mood swings, drowsiness, and all types of stuff, right? So Ralph Nader in the 1969, he went to the FDA to try to get it banned. Because what happened was, but even before that, earlier before that, there was a Chinese doctor, he wrote the England medicine, because he said after he was eating the MSG, he had all of these feelings. And so that's what made, that's when they came up with the Chinese restaurant syndrome. And in the 60s, Ralph Nader, he went to the FDA to try to get it banned, but of course, the FDA didn't ban it. So now MSG is in everything. You know when you go to the Chinese, the carryout, it say no MSG, but that's not true.
They have to promote that now because they were the ones doing it the most. This really, like, this is how it all came about. Like in the Chinese food, going to the carryouts. This is where I feel like they were doing it the most. They were throwing it in the food. That's why people love carryout, love the Chinese food.
And that's why our community is
brings out the flavor or something, but it's like deadly.
The FDA is making too much money because the FDA, they catch us coming and going. They sit here and they approve all of these poisons that's actually killing us. Then they work with Big Pharma to sell us the medicines to so-called treat you. But then Big Pharma medicines, they cause 3, 4, 5 other different ailments. Then you got to go back for another pill as you're slowly dying. So it's a slow, it's a drip that they feeding us. Well, one sandwich got 55 ingredients in it.
One time?
I didn't know that.
When I see people line up a line for a long,
it's just not.
But why they lined up for it though?
Because they add that crack to it.
That's what it looked like to me. It reminded me of the cracker. I never was a fan of Chipotle like that. Like people was lining up for
like Chipotle.
Chipotle with me. So when I do get my children outside food, it's almost not. I'm not gonna say always, but a lot of times it is Chipotle because I feel like the food is actually the way they raise it is more sustainable than some of the other.
If you buy organic, are you not doing that?
Look at what they put in the pickle.
Just give me 10. Just give me 10 like that.
But look at the pickle though.
I don't even like pickles, so that's what y'all get. Y'all always want that damn pickle in your sandwich. The pickle got 15.
Why? Look at like the last 3. Why?
Okay, so for me, it's the blue one, the yellow 5.
The blue one, the yellow 5.
Polysorbate 80. The potassium sorbate, calcium chloride. That's just for the pickle, y'all.
That's just for the pickle.
That's just for the pickle, y'all.
That's just for the pickle.
That's just for the pickle, y'all.
They put food dye in the pickle.
They going crazy. That really, you know what that do to it?
You know, at the end, so something else that stands out here is for the chicken, and then they have the chicken coating. So the last thing on the chicken coating is dimethylpolysiloxane.
You can't even pronounce it.
Dimethyllipoxylate. That.
Let me see.
And I should know because I work in healthcare, but that's definitely something that don't need to be in no damn food.
That's all I'm saying. Dimetap on steroids. That's what they look like. But what is
that's definitely something that don't need. Y'all, whoever's on my live, because I'm on live right now too. Y'all go look up the 55 ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Looks like that.
Look it up.
Y'all look it up. We talking 55 ingredients.
So if Chick-fil-A lines are lessened by tomorrow, then I know
somewhere
we reached somebody.
It's 55 ingredients though. It's 55 here.
And it's how many in the pickle?
The pickle has 15 ingredients, the pickle. And that's why y'all love that damn pickle. Y'all think they just slicing up a fucking dill. It's not. That's not what you're getting.
It's kosher. Hey, man.
Even like the bun oil, like beta carotene, like it's just a lot of stuff on here that they got something in the bun called datum.
Datum.
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know.
That's why they got y'all coming back. They got something in the
yes,
ingredients.
Just like crack.
Yeah, they got
just
something
like
in the
crack.
Hold on, it's
the
a place around in New York Fried Chicken that sprinkle white stuff on the chicken and call it crack. You know that, right? No, I'm dead serious.
No, that's the America's Best, but that's the MSG.
And so does New York Fried Chicken.
That's what
that's
the
white powder on it.
There's
a white powder on it. They call it crack.
Yeah, America's Best and the New York Fried Chicken. That's that. It's the MSG. They literally sprinkle it on
You
top.
see the white powder and they say you want the crack sauce. Like what?
And they call it crack.
Yes.
Because it is crack.
It's
somebody said so. Somebody was saying that organic is a brand name now instead of being.
So and I'm about to go. So I'm about to go into this or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's your phone. I'm over here like we need to.
So
I want to look at this. I gotta pull this up.
So okay. So when we talk about organic, the reason why I still, even if it says organic, I still soak all my fruits, vegetables, herbs, some of the herbs, in the baking soda for at least 20 minutes. So when Obama was in office, because our people, you can't say nothing bad about Obama.
Hell,
but
let's
get into, no, it's no subliminal. I want to be very clear.
That's what I like.
Addressing Obama. So in 2007, he promised transparency in the food. That was one of the things he campaigned on, right? Mm-hmm. Meaning you're gonna know what you're eating. Because for the past, I say 50 years now, the government has been pushing GMO, which is genetically modified organisms. So our food is being genetically modified. It's not what the creator intended anymore. They're taking it in the lab and they're doing whatever they're having their way with it, right? So Bernie Sanders, he was the first senator. He was a senator for Vermont at the time. I think he's still the senator. He was a senator, and he was the only one that wrote a bill for Vermont for GMO labeling. So meaning if you went into the state of Vermont, if you have a bag of fries here and a bag of fries there, one will say non-GMO, and this one will say this is made with genetically modified organisms. Mm-hmm. So in any store that you go to in Vermont, it was a law. Bernie Sanders was the only one.
You know your history behind it. I don't even know why black people became Democratic. Those were like
when they were the racist part. I mean, to me, neither side is for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the Democrats were able to finesse our people. They still finessing with Biden in there right now, and some people they still finessing. But anyway.
Hey, listen.
that's a whole nother. That's why I love it. I want to keep.
I feel like if you want to get into that, we're gonna get back into the food.
Well, let me finish. I ain't finished with Obama. Hold on. I ain't finished. So he wrote. I want to say it was an executive order or some type of bill, but whatever it was, it passed. I want to say it was an executive order. It was called the DARK Act, like meaning in the dark, keep you in the dark.
Oh. But
DARK stands for Deny Americans Right to Know. So deny Americans right to know, the DARK Act. So you are denied the right to know what is in your food. He wrote an act.
Are you serious?
He wrote an act. Look it up.
Obama wrote an act?
DARK Act, y'all. He wrote an act so we can't see what's in your food.
So you don't even know what's in your food. And then I went to Flint, Michigan, and fake drank out the water. I know y'all remember this.
Yeah.
He fake drank out a cup of water. And tell them people that their water is safe. He didn't fix it. Actually, they still don't have no clean water. He didn't fix it. That happened under him.
Yeah, that's still that's
they still
we don't talk about it no more.
Nobody talk about it no more. Nobody talk about it no more. But he went to them people and he fake drank out of a cup, faking to these people that their water was clean and safe. And some of their children right now are suffering from lead poisoning due to this water. Right? Them people, and he told them that he lied, and he not only did he lie, he fake drank out of a cup too. Also wrote a Monsanto Protection Act. Do y'all know who Monsanto is? Monsanto is probably the biggest bioengineering seed company, so they're responsible for the GMO seeds.
No, I'm not familiar with those.
So he wrote an act to protect that company. Again, they are one of the largest companies that provides us with the GMO seeds.
Seeds?
GMO, genetically modified, like seeds, like apple seeds, strawberries, your fruit seeds, vegetable. Well, not vegetable.
I didn't even honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that they had like the seeds that was part of it. They started.
So that's how they grow. So that's just like
So they just injected
your seedless watermelons and your seedless grapes now.
Oh, yeah, that's why I don't get that stuff because I don't trust nothing that ain't got no seed.
Right.
Because
how you want to grow something
without a seed?
Without a seed, where is it coming from? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we are seeded people, so we're seeded beings, so we need seeded food.
So let me ask you this. So I know before we get into, I know you want to talk about certain nutrition for certain people in certain areas, but the lower income areas, you go into the grocery stores, the giants in this area, the Shoppers, the Food Lines, the Safeway. Why is it that the quality of the meat, the fruit, everything looks, they're not even trying to trick us no more. It looks terrible, but when you go out to certain areas,
Wisconsin Avenue.
Yes, it's the same store, but it looks like they get top quality. It looks a little better.
They do.
It looks a little better. Like
they do.
It still might be bad for you.
It is better.
The manager at the Wisconsin Avenue. So I couldn't find no thyme and another herb, oregano. I think like fresh in the Wegmans near me. I'm in Upper Marlboro, but the one in Lanham, whatever that is. You know, I told her, I say, hey, can you find these 2 herbs? She came home with the plant, a whole plant. Not just the loose herbs that they give us in our store. Them people have access to the whole plant. She brought home the plant so I can actually pick the herbs from. That's the difference. They're not going to give us that. Like, what y'all need a whole herb plant for? What you need a whole plant for? You know, we spend the most. There's not a time I ever go to that Wegmans and it's not crowded.
Right. But the alley-oop part of it, let's say someone is incarcerated, right? And of course you lose your freedom, and you know, I've never been locked up, any serious jail time anyway. So the resources that people have in prison, I'm hearing stories that, you know, I see these guys online, they brag about eating oodles and noodles and the Fritos and Cheetos and making a hookup and all that. And I'm looking like, I don't want to know how to make that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be proud of eating that together. That's gotta be like the worst situation in the world to be locked up and depend on someone for your nutrients. How do you, what do you say to that?
So I have a close family member right now that's battling leukemia. And leukemia is a blood cancer. So he spent collectively maybe 23, 24 years behind. That's half his lifetime eating these foods. Most of the food is microwave. That's the issue right there. Then you have the commissary, you know, the snacks and stuff. So that's oodles and noodles, Doritos, Fritos, and because they're behind bars, they get as creative as possible. So when they make their cup of noodles, they putting the Fritos in it, they putting all types of stuff in it just to make it taste good, and they eating pure MSG. All that stuff is pure MSG. MSG is like a concentrated salt. So what is this doing to the heart and the blood? It's giving you cancer. Tupac, Stuffather, he's getting out like next month. You know why they letting him out? He was supposed to do like 60 years. He hasn't done quite 40 yet. He was supposed to do 60 years, and they letting him out because he got cancer. He got blood cancer, the same as a close family member. Behind them bars, everything that you eat in is processed, 100%.
Really no options. They get, it's like the bottom of the barrel. What they actually give them, what's free, And you know what they have access to, the commissary is nothing but noodles, tuna, things like that, and they are putting it all together. I've been locked up before. I've seen it. So, I've seen the hookup.
My question,
I've seen it. And when you have when your options are when you have the options that they provide to you, you're gonna get creative as hell with what you have. Whatever you can buy, you get real creative.
So let's say, because you know a lot of inmates having phones, and I hope this can reach some of the prison. What do you suggest that they can do in prison? Is it any way?
Let me ask you: when you were, how much access did you have to fruit?
Whatever they give you. And that's not that much. Not helping people. I think that if I had fruit, it was something that came on a tray. Okay. And it's not, I don't even think you can get it off commissary. You cannot get fruit off commissary.
So they can't even pay for extra fruit if they want. So you don't have no option. Don't get locked up.
No, that's right. That's your option. And then a lot of the time, stuff is old. Stuff is no good. Like, they really are giving people things that are the bottom of the barrel. So don't get locked up. If you want to eat or you think if food is important, don't go there.
Absolutely.
Don't go there.
Absolutely. Like, you going to eat everything that you eat, it causes cancer. Everything that you eat will cause cancer. And and then let me
That's crazy. That is, somebody said that's crazy. That is crazy. It's like
everything.
Man, listen, you get locked up. Man, you better eat.
Yeah, I feel like people don't think about that part of
they don't
locked
think,
up.
but see, they don't think
about
that's what I'm saying. You don't think
being
about
isolated.
That part.
You think about just being away from family and friends. Think about what you're gonna eat from.
But
can
they combat it a little bit with fasting?
What?
Yes. Intermittent fasting is excellent because so you're feeding the disease or dis-ease with the food that they give you, right? So fasting is going to start, but then you have to come back to something.
But I'm just saying that's like a good option.
It can help.
Right.
However,
slow it down.
Like you said, it's a catch-22. Like you said, fasting it can help it, but like you said, you got to go back to something.
The food industry is wild.
It's very wild because a lot of our foods in the U.S. are banned in other countries.
Oh yeah.
In Europe.
Oh yeah.
Canada, some stuff in Mexico, you can't even eat this stuff. But for whatever reason, I mean, we already know it's obvious, but for whatever reason, the FDA approves all of this stuff. So when you come to me to say that something is FDA approved, that doesn't mean anything to me.
What about the options that, a lot of fast food places here, there are certain options. When you go to other countries, they have much more variety and ranges of options, and probably are healthier options too. Outside of America, have you noticed that? Have you seen that before?
I've seen that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't trust the government though.
And that's me.
That's a little. That's a subject for another day. But it's weird because they, the Rothschild family. I know you can't really speak on it, but they profit about. They profit on us being sick. And they control the media. They control the sources that the doctors. They control the pharmaceutical situations. I don't trust it. It's like they too much in everything. If I don't trust you in one area, I don't trust you. Yeah, they control everything. Right.
They control everything, and again, I don't know. I just have to come out and say the government don't like us.
Nah, for real.
They don't have our best interests at heart. So anytime the government, your doctor, whoever tells you to do one thing, you need to research everything. And unfortunately, our people don't like to read. And then with the social media area, everybody got so-called ADD.
Yeah.
So you read a headline, you're moving on to the next. You're not about to go into depth what these people doing to us.
Especially Taco Bell. They're like the bottom of the barrel, FDA approved. Like I don't even know how they allow to feed us that crap that they give us. And it's crazy because it's like the poorest of the poorest meat, but that's why you can get a whole taco for $7. That's 79 cents because it's like bottom of the barrel with the FDA.
Just
so
like
this
the
they can consume this. Yeah, $1 for like 99 cents. That has to be the worst fast food chain, but they survive off it because the price is so low.
But that's what they bank.
$2.
That's what they bank on though. Like you poor, so you don't deserve good quality food. Let's give you this because you're gonna eat it. So
for years, I was I ain't gonna lie, I was a fountain soda, Pepsi drinking.
And that's the worst thing you can consume.
Snickers eating. And it wasn't until I came down with diabetes and high blood pressure and high cholesterol, was in the hospital for days. And you know, I had some health issues. I had a lot of things happen to me, you know, like diabetes. I was hooked on insulin, you know.
Type 1 or 2?
The one that shoot the insulin.
Type 2?
Yeah,
I think that's type 2.
Yeah, type whatever. But I didn't.
You developed it, right?
Are you still
I developed
diabetic?
it. Listen, I know, because I do what I'm supposed to do, the right thing. So, you know, they're wondering what happened. What happened was, I didn't want to take that medicine no more. You know, I'm taking pills, I'm shooting insulin. That stuff was crushing my stomach. My dick stopped working.
Oh, yeah, he said his dick stopped working. Oh, no, I mean, laugh. Don't laugh.
Shit stopped working, man.
That's a moment of truth.
But he just
honesty. Yeah, my dick stopped working.
Yeah, that was when listen, I wouldn't have changed. I probably would have.
You probably would have still.
I probably would have been all right with the insulin, right? But when my dick started working, I said, no, I this ain't right. I tried everything. I tried all the gas station stuff, the honey.
Did you the blue rhinos too?
None of that
so
shit
you
worked.
tried everything. So
everything.
I
was mixing shit together.
Do some of the stuff at the gas station work?
Not when you was worse. My shit wasn't.
Or yours was.
My shit was really bad.
2 years.
Yeah, 2.5. Only a year and a half. When I was talking to you, right?
2.5 years. That's 3 years.
Yes, listen. I'm
in North Carolina.
When I was in Atlanta when you was in North Carolina.
I remember those conversations.
My wife left me, cheated on me, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like my dick stopped working.
Dang.
I ain't gonna.
So in within your marriage, it stopped working.
Yes.
Somebody said, "Do you think that's where most erectile dysfunction comes from? The food?" I think
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely, it is. It's the
Absolutely.
food. It's the food. It's the
Absolutely.
food. It is the food. Woo,
And
it is the food.
It's about 30 million men right now that's affected.
Let me tell you something.
30 million. That's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot, and the age is getting younger and younger.
Yes.
I've talked to men in their 30s, and they going to the gas station.
Yes.
Why you 30 something? Why you going to the gas station?
Yes, the gas station. Let me tell you something. None of that crap was working for me. They gave me all these drugs, Viagra, Cialis. None of that stuff was working. So lastly, they told me give them $160 to get a little valve for a dick injection, penis injection.
How much?
It's like
that's what the doctor.
Yes, I had to.
Let's not talk about these tables. I said these doctors, these tables, these urology doctors, these dick doctors who do under the table work.
No, listen, I had to
under the table work.
I had to inject myself.
This shit
was so strong.
That's a whole other topic.
This shit was so strong. Now it worked, but the problem is you be erect for 5 hours.
What are you doing for 5 hours?
And guess but you know what? But hold on, let's pause. The erection is there because all the blood is shot down to your penis. But what?
Depends on how many units you use. If you want it super hard, do it at 25 to 35. You want a regular jump 15, but it's staying hard. Where it's at for 5 hours.
How many units? So if you
the first time I went in, I went 35 in that motherfucker.
That sounds like a lot.
That's a lot. I shot that motherfucker. You gotta shoot it. So you hold your penis and you shoot it at 3 o'clock.
Oh my God.
I shot it at 3 o'clock, and I'm like, all right. Then you wait. Then you get a little foreplay.
So when you shoot it at
no, I gotta go back. Rewind it back.
You have to get it a little hard before you shoot it, or you just shoot it.
Listen, you gotta shoot it. You can shoot whatever you want to shoot it. It's gonna jump.
No, when it's soft or hard.
It don't matter if that motherfucker.
But what was the intimacy like when you have to prepare? You know,
I'm gonna tell you. Let me break it down.
You want to just be spontaneous.
Like baby.
No, you can't be spontaneous.
Baby, you can't be spontaneous because you have to prepare.
Hold on, let me break it down one by one.
Shoot me up tonight.
Let me look at this camera. Let me look at all these cameras.
Baby, we're gonna get one in.
Look,
for the next
first
5
of all,
hours.
you gotta take it out the freezer and let it thaw out and put it to the light or thaw out for. If it don't put it to the light, it's 15. If it's 15 minutes at the light.
Just to have
so
45 minutes.
Like, I'm about to hit this. You go get in the shower. I'm about to run your bath water, so I can put my.
Oh my God.
Once you shoot up, you shoot up, right? You shoot up, right? Boom. You wait 15 minutes and you feel like Superman.
So it takes 15 minutes to work?
And they say give it 15 minutes. But some people, it can work.
So have you ever done it like out at a restaurant or
No. Hell no. You be sitting there.
It's always at home.
You gotta be at home. Ain't no more spontaneous pullover.
Okay.
It's the
So
worst.
what happens like you did it for 15 minutes and then so what if she gets tired?
No. You gotta wait 15 minutes.
Okay, so fuck that. After you get it's there. How much of this 5 hours are you actually even fucking using? Because you come in and you go for 5 hours.
You come and you don't go down.
That's dumb. I'll be like, get the fuck away from me.
You can keep going.
So
you come through. It's on her to be like, I don't
So
work
that's
no
what
more.
I'm saying. How much of this 5 hours realistically?
30 minutes, 40 minutes top, and you stuck a goddamn half a day. And then sometimes they tell you if it go past 5 hours, go to the doctor because something is wrong. They had people go to the doctor. And another thing is, man, you be so insecure that your woman be like, you can't even, it's like leaving your dick in the freezer. Like, why you gotta take the dick with you? Leave it here. You know what I'm saying? I used to get phone calls like, keep playing, I'm gonna throw your dick in the middle of the street. Like, basically, that's what you're telling me.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm telling it all. One time I had to have sex with a strap. I had to put a strap. I had to put my penis in a strap. I tried everything to save my marriage.
Wait. You say you have to put it in a strap?
I had to put my penis in the strap and with the harness around my shit. I tried everything to save my marriage.
Oh my God.
Didn't work, man. I tried. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't care. I don't care.
Subliminals.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that the Staples, that was easy button. You need a button instead of subliminals.
Hey, whoa.
Man,
so wait, you said you. So hold on, because we're not gonna fly past this strap comment.
Let's get it.
We're not. You know how I am. I got
that
questions. Wait, what? I got questions, and we know I'm gonna ask. So, you said you was trying. Let's start with you saving the marriage. Mm-hmm. We're gonna start there because you were a married man trying to save it because you had erectile dysfunction. Just to rewind, and then you had the shots, but the shots get you up for 5 hours straight, and you're only using 30 minutes. Nobody wants the other 4.5 hours a day.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
So,
it'll work if you in a poly, maybe, but not no one married to one woman.
All right, hold on, I get that. So,
I feel attacked.
No, don't. So whose idea was the strap? Was it yours or was it hers?
Man, I just felt like I wanted to try everything because I was married.
So it was because you couldn't you didn't take
I called a friend that sold sex toys and I bought a strap and she mailed it to me.
So you just put it on while your dick was soft.
Whatever I had, that's what I went with that time. I did it one time and I did.
So a regular strap on that a woman would put
like a dime.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I put that on and I was moaning like I felt it, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel anything. Crank, what's up, Crank?
Crank said he requested go live.
I can't crank it. This going on YouTube, so they not gonna be able to see you.
But hold on, y'all. So I pulled up something on gas station pills real quick.
So we gotta get on how this man wore a strap. I'm taking notes.
But hold on. So, y'all reading?
No. We took the camera to you.
Okay, so let me just read this real quick. So first of all, these pills are classified as herbal supplements and therefore are not required to be approved or regulated in any way by the Federal Food Drug Administration, the FDA. But also the FDA warns consumers about the dangers of such dick craft. They call it dick craft.
Dick craft. That's the term. Y'all take the pills and say dick craft.
Write that one down. Write that one.
Dick craft.
Dick craft, girl.
Second, many of these pills are manufactured in unsanitary overseas factories. These are the gas station pills that y'all taking. And I'm from the islands. I know what other countries, their sanitary, what do you call it?
Where you from?
My mom Dominican.
Okay.
So I know what the regulations are. We have red tape after red tape to make sure that we're doing stuff in sanitary situations. When you go to Mexico, the islands, they don't have that. So these pills, I'm gonna read that part. Many of these pills are manufactured in unsanitary and overseas factories. Finally, these products are often made with unsafe and illegal ingredients, including heavy metals. Heavy metals contribute to all types of stuff. Alzheimer's, dementia, forgetfulness, erectile dysfunction. Some of this stuff is actually causing erectile dysfunction because you're putting metals in your body.
Yep.
So including heavy metals, unknown substances and fillers, and even counterfeit prescription medicine. So they use some of that stuff is fake medicine because a lot of it will say herbal this and that or whatever. And let me see. And the FDA has issued dozens of public notification warnings about the dangers of enhancement pills. So we can joke about it, but this stuff is killing our men. And again, you in your 30s and you sitting here taking gas station pills on a regular basis. In addition to, because I know you in your 30s, so you still turning up in this and that. You drinking, you drugging with this fake GMO weed that's out here. The weed ain't even real or whatever. So just imagine what you're doing to your body.
Let me tell you something. So I ran into you. We talked on the phone, and I was like, Jen, help. You know what I'm saying? I had a moment of transparency. I didn't get to. I told you these things, so it's like, but I didn't think you thought I was going to share it with the world, but I told you these things.
Yeah, when you told me you was.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you how you helped me. So you told me about Yaki, right?
Shout out to Yaki.
Shout out to Yaki. I'll put his link in the description and everything and stuff like that, and yours too. I got to get yours too. But I was up one night watching him, and he said do H3O. Not H2O, and I was like, what's he talking about? Yeah. So he said you can do for 90 days, do all the berries and watermelon, no vegetables, and you will be hydrated with the berries and watermelon. I did that. Let me tell you something. One morning I woke up. It's like, oh, what's happening down here? Something started. I had a tingling sensation down there.
So the H3O is what brought your dick back to life.
Yes.
And guess what that is? It's fruits.
We left that out. Fruit. I want to say that you did get it back working.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you now.
Yeah,
I did get it back. Seeded, but it was all seeded. I had grapes too. I had grapes. I had blueberries. You eat tons of them because I was hungry. I was hard. It was hard. The blueberries. I didn't do bananas.
So wait, that was all you did?
That's all I did.
So, okay.
That's all I did. I didn't eat any other solid food but that. And I tried to get as close as the 90 days, but once my shit started getting back up, I was like, all right,
did you quit them?
83 is cool.
But see what I'm saying?
But H3O to get it back up, y'all.
But you went through. But look what you went through, though. Look what you went through. You was injecting yourself, and I can't imagine the pain.
Yeah, that was real painful.
And I'm telling you, like,
needle?
No, it was a thin needle, but the needle wasn't the pain thing. It was the damn staying hard. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still not as where I want to be, but it's it's better than what it was, and I'm still not as spontaneous as I want to be. But me and my old lady, we cool, we good.
That's what's that.
Yeah,
That's
good.
what's that. You ain't got to do no more injections. I'm glad it's back working.
Man.
And you healed yourself. That's all I'm talking about. You healed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Our Creator has given us everything that we need. We don't need to go to no pharmaceutical company. We don't need to go to and I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. You still need to get tested for stuff. Right. You still need to get screening. You still need to do whatever. But as soon as your doctor diagnose you with something, do not accept the diagnosis. You need to start looking stuff up yourself and see how you can heal yourself naturally through the food, especially fruits, seeded fruits. And herbs. The herbs is going to purge your body, which it will dehydrate you. That's why it's pivotal that you bring it back
and
with the fruit.
You gave me some teas and herbs, and that was to help me with the detox because I had to detox first. I didn't want to leave that part.
You need the detox as well.
And you hear a lot of people, they call themselves certified, but you just listened to me and you didn't. You said I know we was trying to get something together, but I'm telling you. Seeded fruit, hydration, and leave a lot of other stuff with chemicals alone. And it was hard just to detox all that stuff out.
Because you used to eating the drugged up food that we eat. You have to wean yourself off of that. You have to detox from that. It's just like a person with like a heroin addict, they getting sick as they going through the detox process. Some people I've heard they get headaches, they get sick when they detox from sugar. when you detox from pork, when you detox from all these different things, you feeling like you sick. But they pump in the livestock with all type of nitrates and this and that, and all of this stuff is causing the cancer.
And let me tell you something. Women, a lot of women, it's a product, especially these tobacco shops, these gas stations, it's just like the men's. Everybody doing a drink now. You drink the Rhino, you drink the Magnum. Women got this thing that is called pink pussy. So a lot of women are dehydrated, which cause down there to not be that wet no more. And so they're drinking this pink pussy to get back to wet. But all you have to do is...
I've never heard of that.
Oh, we can go to tobacco shop right now when we leave. And I'm going to tell you something.
Y'all drinking something called pink pussy out here?
Yeah, it's called pink pussy. So it comes like the... I'm going to show you
all... I thought you just had to drink a little bit of water or something. Just drink a little bit of water to get it back.
Listen,
right?
Young girls are in their 20s. This pink pussy stuff...
This stuff,
they start out at a 50. They start out at a 50 count. It's a cat on it. They start out at a 50 count.
And look at the marketing.
By the end of the week, this pink pussy stuff, it's probably 4 bottles left.
Shut up.
We can leave here and go to the tobacco shop, and I will show you. Any tobacco shop up and down St. Barnabas Road has it. It's called pink pussy. The stuff is selling, and these young girls are in their 20s drinking it because, you know why? They're smoking a lot of weed.
Oh.
And they're doing a lot of stuff.
And I'm gonna tell you, those tobacco shops, when you buying those backwoods, those are fake backwoods, fake roll-ups, fake everything.
The tobacco shops are thrown up like the liquor stores.
And they 24 hours right next to each
right
other.
next to them.
How?
Right next to them. It's a liquor store, a tobacco shop, and a carry out.
But I'm telling you, all of
that's the recipe.
They sell more honey.
Shop, carry out.
They sell more honey
for a little razzle dazzle.
They sell more honey and sex drinks than any place right now because they're 20. People are going in there buying blunts and $10 for the honey, the Magnum, and Rhino drinks. I see it all the time. Like
that's a lot of y'all. And you know what? Let's not downplay the fact that these little honey packs, that's very popular for y'all.
It's very popular, but I'm telling you, don't
it's no tomorrow.
Listen. Let me tell you something. First of all,
you need to tell me what to search because I typed.
Look, first of all, let me tell you something.
I went to look for it, and I didn't find the right thing.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
We can go. Oh, there it is. It's pink pussy cat.
Oh,
okay, that's what. Okay, pink pussy. That's it right there. They have the pills, but they also have the drink.
It's called pink pussy cat. That's what y'all be taking.
That's what they be taking to get their Gucci wet. You know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all gotta take something.
And they not talking. They only talking about the rhinos and stuff we taking. That stuff is selling by the boatload.
Hold on, let's see what's in it though.
That stuff is selling by the boatload. Like they taking that. I'm saying it. I ain't lying. I ain't making this up.
He ain't making this up.
That's really they going crazy on that. That's a
high-end sensation.
Listen, the drink is the number one selling thing with backwoods and roll-ups. That shit is going. And I know in your 20s, I know a woman should be lubricated. Like it's no way.
Goji extract, dang sting, cinnamon bark.
Okay, I see it.
That's a lot.
So it's herbs, but
proprietary formula.
So I'm asking you. The reason why I'm asking you is, Jen. Let me ask you this: for a woman, do you get a lot of women clients that is having problems in that area?
Absolutely. So, vaginal dryness is one. Endometriosis, that's another. I keep hearing that women are getting. And I did my own research on endometriosis, and you know how women get the IUDs?
Mm-hmm.
IUDs is probably one of the biggest culprits too. So when we go to get these birth control options, the what do you call it? The birth control pills, those causes blood clots, weight gain, sometimes high blood pressure, all types of stuff. Like I said, I read about the IUD. A lot of endometriosis is coming from that. Fibroids. Our women, we get fibroids at a rate that's unmatched. But something as simple as eating a lot of papaya, that can help soften the fibroids and actually prevent the fibroids from happening. I need to do more research on fibroids to see exactly, because our women get it more so than any other group of women. But fibroids, it can cause heavy menstrual bleeding in a lot of women, and then that's when they want to start taking out organs. You know, instead of treating us, because even back to my family member that has a rare blood cancer, they didn't mention nothing about diet. They didn't say nothing to him about diet. Actually, they told him he can eat whatever he's been eating. Come on now. The food that you were eating caused you to put you in this situation, and they don't discuss diet with you at all. As soon as they say that you have cancer, an oncologist is going to get on the phone to schedule chemo and radiation or whatever the doctor has suggested. They're not going through no diet or nothing like that. How to heal yourself or whatever.
So if a man or woman come to you and they have certain problems, we got about 5 minutes left. How do they seek your consultant, your consultation? How do they seek you?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram and Facebook _Pure Lotus, LTUS.
We'll put the correct link.
My website is www.mypurelotus.com.
Okay.
Also, consultations are available, and just know that when you come to me, my brand also it also addresses spiritual wellness, mental wellness, and physical wellness. So I have products and natural products, hair products, skin products, and things of that.
In our hair,
right?
So
they saying the perm and relax is causing uterine cancer.
Yeah,
they have lawsuits out right now just from relaxing our hair. So but yeah, that's how you can reach me.
And Jen, it's been so real, and I want you guys to really follow her, support her, and when you start your podcast, as I told you, you need to get your own podcast so you can get in front of the camera. Because people need to hear this stuff.
Thank you for tuning in to the first episode, No Subliminals Podcast.
Thank you for the people that's going to watch this. This one's going to air November the 30th and
November 30th,
Wednesday. The next show, stay tuned. It won't be a guest, so somebody gotta tell about the cat burglar. The cat burglar. I'm gonna get you.
Episode 2 about that.
Yeah, I told my truth.
We're gonna see.
My dick stopped working.
He told his truth. So episode 1, we heard Simon's story. His dick don't work, and he brought it back to life thanks to Jen.
A little bit, but it's cool.
Brought it back with juices and berries. H3O,
and this is
H2O.
Yes, to help remove the stigma. So
and it's okay. It's okay to talk about it. That's the real thing, right? It's okay to own your truth.
Yes,
you own your truth.
Yeah.
You own this.
No subliminals. What we have? Because you know why?
Exactly.
If you don't tell your truth, people gonna walk around, and you don't know how many other people you can help. People gonna laugh, but it's somebody in Idaho who dick stopped working.
Or you did like Simon and you was taking them dick shots. For 5 hours.
But that don't work.
And she only wanted 15 minutes.
Yeah,
5
that's what I'm
hours
saying.
for 15
you gonna
minutes.
get this
it
5.
just doesn't add up. It's not working.
Yeah. Each one teach one, man. If you got something, man, you want to talk about, man, bring it on those subliminals, man. We here each and every Sunday. It airs on Wednesday. I'm proud of my sis. Gonna get that monkey off your back next week.
This motherfucker here.
We love y'all. Peace.
And we out.
We don't do subliminals. I'm gonna